Movies Are a Thing is a weekly podcast going over the movies releasing this week.
And whatever movie-related tangents we decide to venture off on today.
Hello and welcome to Movies Are a Thing. My name is John.
And I'm Travis, and here are the movies premiering this week.
But before we do that, Travis.
You're a jerk.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
How's your week been going, man?
Oh, it's been pretty good. I just got done working a 5-day stretch, so I'm just enjoying my 2 days off
Woo.
now. So, yeah. I did have a chance to watch some movies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay, so I watched 3 of them.
3. Okay.
Yes. So, wait, is it 3? Hold on a second. Let me consult my Letterboxd just so I can make sure that I'm giving the correct information.
Is it 3 or is it 5?
It
One,
is 3.
1, 2, 5. 3, sir. 3.
Okay. So the first one I saw the TV Glow. Which is that horror movie. Okay.
That one was almost like a kind of like the trailers made it look almost like an "Are You Afraid of the Dark" kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. It's very much like that.
Okay.
It's set in the 90s, and it's very much, it looks like a 90s movie.
Okay.
But set in nowadays, obviously. And then it's just a trip because they have like footage of the TV show, and it looks like a 90s TV show. It looks all cheesy and all this and that, and it looks awesome. It's like,
nice.
Oh, I miss the 90s.
Yeah.
But for the movie part of it, I really, really enjoyed it. It is very disturbing, and it makes you think. Especially in the last 15 minutes, it'll haunt me for a while.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. Justice Smith did a very good job.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The next one I watched was In a Violent Nature.
I don't think do I know that one?
I think we talked about it last week because it premiered here. I think. At least I think we did. Maybe not. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, In a Violent Nature, it's an independent movie made by Shudder, and it is about a killer in the woods. He's kind of like Jason Voorhees, and basically the whole thing is that these kids, they steal his mother's necklace, the killer's mother's necklace, and he's asleep dead in the ground, and he wakes up because they stole his necklace, his mother's necklace, and he goes on a killing rampage.
As one does.
Yep, exactly. And it's not very story driven, but what I really liked about it was there were some very creative kills.
Very nice. Very nice.
Which made me very happy. And then the last one I watched, which is a complete left turn, was Garfield. Yep. So from 2 really messed up movies to, a family-friendly one. And I really enjoyed Garfield. I didn't think I was going to, and it made me laugh quite a few times.
So I know we kind of talked about it before, but did Crispy Rat's voice kind of lend itself to Garfield a lot more than like Mario?
Oh, most definitely. His voice, it fits Garfield more than Mario, than anything he's ever done.
Okay.
In animated wise, at least. He does a very good job as Garfield. I can't, and Sam Jackson as the father, as Garfield's father, is pretty good. I don't remember who plays John Arbuckle.
Oh,
if you want to consult the Google machine.
Actually, that'd be Imdb. Imdb. Garfield. I want to say Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult, okay. All right. I could hardly recognize him as him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did he have he must have had on an American accent.
Most definitely, yeah.
Gotcha. And Snoop Dogg was in it?
Snoop Dogg, yep. And Ving Rhames.
Very nice.
But yeah, if you and I saw it in 3D, and I don't usually watch something in 3D, but I felt like it really lent itself very well to that sort of movie. Like I just think 3D in kids movies fit very well because
Okay.
it kind of gives that sort of like stage presentation instead of things popping out at you.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of times, kids movies won't necessarily have the, reach out and grab you kind of gimmicky kind of
Yeah,
thing,
right, right. It's more like you're like immersed into it. than
unless
you
it's
are.
Spy Kids 3D.
Right. Gosh, I haven't seen that in forever. That was with Sly, right?
That was with Sly and George Clooney,
That's it,
and
yeah.
Elijah Wood was in it, and I think they said that Glenn Powell was in it too.
Really?
Let me double check. Or no, I think he was. Was he the first Spy Kids movie?
Was he in the first Spy Kids movie? I guess it's been a little while since I've seen those, but
When did the Spy Kids movies come out?
oh gosh.
Oh, yep. Spy Kids 3, Game Over, as Long Fingered Boy,
Jeez.
as Glenn Powell Jr. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was,
Okay.
According to this, that's his first acting gig.
Interesting.
That's on IMDb, is Spy Kids 3.
Interesting. Okay.
And now he's got, quite a few big movies out.
Yeah, and like George Clooney, speaking of George Clooney, we're going to be talking about him later, and then
We will.
also Glenn Powell as well.
We absolutely
So,
will.
so stay tuned, people.
Woo. Very much so. It'll be great.
It will. It'll be a blasty blast.
Yes.
Did you watch anything or?
I did not. I had a very, very busy weekend. I had a conference thing that I had to go to for work, and then I left from there and immediately drove 2.5 hours, or just about 2 hours. But then the next day I drove 2.5 hours back here, and it was a lot.
I get you. Sure.
But I did see that there is a movie on Netflix now
Ooh. Okay.
that we weren't sure where it was going to be going to streaming.
Okay.
But it is on Netflix now, I believe. Let me double check. Mm-hmm. It would have been a movie from last year, about 2 hours, and it would be subbed, not dubbed. And it is part of a franchise, but also its own movie. And it takes place in the past. And let's see here. It won a lot of awards.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Subbed, not dubbed.
Okay.
So what do we usually like? What country movies do we usually say that for?
Chinese or
Like-
like Japanese stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like anime. Obviously you're not talking about anime in this
Correct.
one, but
Correct. Now, what's a very big franchise that has, movies that aren't part of the big franchise but are like their own standalone movies featuring a very famous character from that country? One that came out last year that won a lot of awards, and everybody said how amazing it was.
see, okay. So I saw you're talking about Godzilla -1, right?
Yes.
Is it on there now? Mm-hmm. Really?
I am looking at it right now. Godzilla -1 on Netflix, recently added.
I thought it was just like overseas. I didn't realize it was like in America too. Okay, I'm watching that tonight. I love that movie. It's so good.
Yep. So Godzilla -1 is recently added. 2014 Godzilla is leaving soon.
That's okay.
And then, what is it? Oh, that Godzilla mini series thing is on there too.
Okay.
I think it was made for Netflix, and it's like that. It actually is like anime. So that's on there. The new Mortal Kombat, the one that was made by HBO, is on Netflix.
Ooh.
That's
They've been releasing a lot of like HBO stuff on Netflix recently.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Because like they have like Sex and the City on there. They have I think a few other shows too from HBO.
Mewtwo Strikes Back.
That's the weird one.
Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. Sorry.
Okay.
Detective Pikachu's on there. Very nice. Very nice.
Detective Pikachu.
But that is one name that I'm kind of surprised hasn't been on the list for our first piece of movie news, going right into that. Apparently, everybody else is for the new Knives Out mystery movie, Wake Up Dead Man. Apparently, we have Andrew Scott, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, Glenn Close, Josh O'Connor, Kaylee Spaney, Josh Brolin, Kerry Washington, and Daryl McCormick have all joined in on the new Knives Out movie from Rian Johnson.
Wow. That's quite the cast.
Yeah, that is insane because like Andrew Scott, he was Moriarty in the Benadryl Cabbage Patch Sherlock. He was also Max or C in No Time to Die.
Yep.
And he's been in a lot of other kind of like English stuff, and I think he's started more to kind of come across the pond. But yeah, he is going to be in there. Mila Kunis, obviously from that '70s show or Jupiter Rising.
Gosh, nobody remembers that movie.
I do. I never watched it, but I do. Shut up, Meg.
Yes.
Jeremy Renner, obviously, Hawkeye, and the failed Bourne, which is unfortunate because it was actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
whatever. The live action Cruella de Vil, not Emma Stone.
The OG.
Yes, the OG live action.
Yeah.
Cruella de Vil.
Dalmatian.
Exactly. Glenn Close.
Yep.
Josh O'Connor. Oh shoot! I had just read this too. That's right. He was in Challengers just recently.
Okay. All right.
But he's also been in The Crown, and in a few different English movies. He was in a TV miniseries of Les Mis, apparently.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely kind of more recently kind of been coming up the ladder. We also had Kaylee Spaney, who was Priscilla in Priscilla. Josh Brolin, the older brother from the Goonies.
Yep. Cable.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah, but the older brother from Goonies. Yes.
Yeah. Which, are you cosplaying as him right now?
I sure am.
Very nice. Very nice. Kerry Washington, who's been in quite a few different things.
She was
in Scandal.
Yep. She was also in Django.
Yeah, she was Broomhilda.
Yep.
In 2001, she was Chenille in Save the Last Dance.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while, I'll hear her name come up. So she has joined in as well, and then Daryl McCormick has joined in too. He's a little bit lesser known name, but he was in something recently here too. Good luck to you, Leo Grande. Sorry, he played the main character.
Okay.
He was in a couple episodes of Peaky Blinders, but yeah, he's kind of on the rise as well for a lot of people. He's an Irish actor, so kind of again across the pond, a lot more people know him. But yeah, just a ton of casting has come out since they revealed the name reveal trailer last week.
Wow. Well, I'm really excited for this. I know you are too.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we'll have to see a trailer to really know if we want to watch this, but I'm sure we will. I mean,
Oh yeah.
It's Benoit Blanc. I mean,
it is. That it is. You know who I haven't seen?
Who's that?
Hugh Grant.
No, he was mentioned the last time, wasn't he?
Oh, he had a part the last time.
Yeah.
Like he had I mean, it was a very small part, but it was highly memorable.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yes, he was. Yep. Okay.
But yeah, we'll have to see how that all goes. Like I think they start a little later this month. They actually start production.
Okay.
A little later this month over in the UK. So we'll have to see how that all goes. We do have some more casting news.
Okay.
But not for that one. The new casting that we have is actually for a movie that is in reshoots right now. So Captain America: Brave New World.
Okay.
Apparently they are reshooting stuff They've added pages. I mean, reshoots are normal. Reshoots are normal. But if you're adding characters in the reshoots, that seems a little sketchy.
Well, I also heard that they're taking away characters too, because there's a wrestler that it was supposed to be in this movie, and now he's not, apparently.
Really?
So I think it's like Seth Rollins. He's one of the WWE wrestlers, and he's supposed to be in the movie as some character, and I think they cut him out.
Wow.
At least that's what I heard, but I don't know 100% if that's true or not.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like I said, usually reshoots are normal. Mm-hmm. They're a normal part of the movie making process, but this one has me a little worried. That being said, they've cast Giancarlo Esposito.
I mean, that helps.
That helps, but at the same time, it's still just kind of, I don't know.
So this is the one that's going to have Harrison Ford in it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's taken over for,
I forget, yeah.
why can I not think of his name? William Hurt.
Okay, yep.
Because William Hurt passed away in 2022. And then, yeah, so this movie's been in the process for a little while here. And now it's finally doing reshoots, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. The Marvel has kind of just been in a topsy-turvy, turbulent sort of situation as of late. It's kind of sad because they were such a big powerhouse for so long, and then
For a decade, man.
yeah,
Although, like, I have been seeing a lot more recently of, like, we didn't know how good we had it with the Marvels. Because that was actually a pretty good movie. I enjoyed that one.
right,
But, like, it just got so much hate just immediately that nobody really gave it a chance.
right.
And now people are like, wait, look at this cinematography like that's actually going on. Like, during the fight scenes and the choreography that's going on. Like, this is crazy. And it's like, that's what we were trying to tell you before.
Yeah, and then people always go back to the Singing Planet,
Mm.
and they're like, "Oh, I lost. They lost me at the Singing Planet." It's like, at least they were being creative.
I mean, that I had no problems with. I was more than fine with that. I found it
Yeah.
A, hilarious, and B, just like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, right.
You know, you have Brie Larson, who is, you know, a professional singer. Why not?
Oh, exactly, right.
So, I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Still, we haven't seen any trailers or anything yet for Brave New World.
Right.
Like, not even, I haven't seen really any promotional material other than like very few behind the scenes photos.
Yeah.
Very few.
Right, and then like what they've announced at like the events or whatever through Disney and Marvel. So
Yeah. So we'll have to see how that all goes.
well, hopefully it's just a walk in the park or the world.
I don't know, man. Those segues, you got to sharpen them got to sharpen your blade for them, man.
Nice.
So, Jurassic World apparently has another new casting as well, with Mahershala Ali.
Nice.
So this is a very interesting casting
Very much so.
because I know we have Gareth Edwards, who's going to be directing it. We have David Cope, who has written it, and he's the one that wrote the original Jurassic Park.
Right.
And then Mahershala Ali usually very much tries to stay away from like franchise movies or, you know, kind of like the big budget movies, even though he is Blade now, which is kind of weird to me.
Right.
But that's still in, you know, Disney limbo doing whatever.
Right.
And so he has to do something. So now he's got the Jurassic World movie coming out, and he's going to be in that one. And it's going to be interesting.
Very much so.
You know, because he has a very, I'd say it's a very kind of wide range of movies, but also not. Mm-hmm. Does that kind of make sense?
He's got a very wide range of movies, but they all kind of go together in a way, I guess.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if you think about it, like, well, he did a couple episodes of Invincible, and he did Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. He was in a Netflix movie very recently called Leave the World Behind that apparently was doing pretty well.
Okay.
And then, he was in Alita.
Oh, Alita Battle Angel?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. And then, you know, kind of one of the big ones for him This was, what, 8 years ago now? Jeez. Moonlight.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
And then he was in Green Book as well.
Green Book was good, yeah.
So, I mean, he's kind of all over the place, but still kind of like those very grounded, kind of full of gravitas characters.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be very interesting to see. Oh, that's right. He was in Hidden Figures too.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He was Colonel Jim Johnson.
Yep. I forgot about that movie.
So we'll have to see. He was in Hunger Games as well.
Which one? Which
Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 as Boggs.
was he? It's been forever since I've seen those, but okay.
So, yeah, very much so. Kind of just like we'll have to see how this all goes with him being in Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
It should be interesting.
Do you think that he'll have the power?
No, that would be Nicholas Galitzine.
Nice.
Thank you. So, speaking of He-Man and Prince Adam, we have our Prince Adam for the movie Masters of the Universe, which has been in development hell for how long now?
Right.
I think they said that basically this has been ongoing for like 20 years. They've been trying to make a He-Man movie.
Right.
And I mean, it was at like Warner Brothers, and then it went to Netflix, and it got canned there, and now it's I forget where they said it was again. Is it at HBO or MGM? Amazon MGM.
Okay.
And Nicholas Galitzine is going to be Prince Adam.
Okay.
Nicholas, just kind of looking here. So he was in the 2021 Cinderella with Camila Cabello.
Okay.
From Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
He was also in Red, White, and Royal Blue, last year? I think again from Amazon.
Okay.
And then he was Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Jeff.
In Bottoms.
Bottoms was so good. It's such a ridiculous movie, but it's so good.
So, kind of a strange casting a little bit, but yeah, he is going to be Prince Adam of Eternia.
Okay.
In the Masters of the Universe movie that is coming out from Amazon MGM Studios.
Will he sing La-dia he, la-dia ha?
That's not Numa Numa. I mean, he's going to ask what's going on. I mean, I would say it's better to be, in development hell than to be fully canceled.
It's true.
Kind of like the Exorcist trilogy has been canceled after Exorcist Believer or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's so sad.
But there is another Exorcist movie coming out from Mike Flanagan.
Ooh.
So he is taken over as writer-director of the new movie, and it will not be a sequel to Believer. It will be its own kind of standalone Exorcist movie.
Cool. Okay.
And I guess Mike Flanagan, has some credentials.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, he's done all the stuff on Netflix.
The Haunting of House Hill, Midnight Mass. He did Doctor Sleep. He did The Fall of the House of Usher.
Yep.
So he's got a few things.
He's definitely got the chops.
Just a little bit.
That's too bad because I liked Exorcist Believer, but
I know
people didn't though.
I was gonna say it was pretty split. Like you either really really liked it or you really really just despised it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, which is again unfortunate, but
it really is. But hey,
was that the second movie?
That was supposed to be the second movie. Well, technically, gosh, 3 or 4, but chronologically, if they really want to count it, it's supposed to be the second movie of the series.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be a sequel of the very first one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, so that is the end of our movie news for this week. Travis.
Travis.
But that brings us into our movie trailers.
Sounds good.
The first one that we have is Venom: The Last Dance. We are Venom. Venom. We are Venom. No. I love Venom.
I do too.
So this trailer. Okay.
Yeah. I think this looks good. So, from what it seems like, is that the Venom's planet is coming to Earth. And there's going to be other symbiote. I mean, obviously in the other one we had Carnage.
Yes.
And then we had a few others.
Well, we had in the first one.
Well, also, yeah, there too. And then there's going to be the other symbiotes in this one, to what it seems like.
Unless you go by the very first trailer of the first movie, then it's symbiotes.
This is symbiotes.
You remember that?
I do, yeah.
Where everybody was just in an uproar about that, and so they fixed it for the movie.
Symbiotes.
I was not expecting Chiwetel Ejiofor.
No, I was not. Is he playing the same character that he was in Doctor Strange?
I don't think so.
Okay, I was going to say probably not, but I just thought maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, technically, it's part of the
MCU.
MCU. Well, kind of.
This is more
Well-
Fox MCU, though.
See, that's the thing, though, because end of Spider-Man. So we had Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home. So end of No Way Home, which is part of the MCU. It had Doctor Strange in it, right? Tom Hardy got zapped back to his universe, right?
Right.
And then there was the little guy who was about to poke the Venom. And then Chiwetel Ejiofor comes in and puts a vial over it. Did you see that in the trailer?
No.
You should watch the trailer again because it's the same guy going to poke the symbiote that was left over.
Interesting.
But this time it's Chiwetel Ejiofor, which is weird because technically it's different universes then. But it's saying like they're going to be in the same unit. I don't know how they're going to do that. That's going to be very strange.
Yeah, very much so.
And then I didn't even see that Stephen Graham was in it.
Who's he playing?
It doesn't say.
Okay. I did like Horse Venom.
Yeah. Yes. Horse Venom was pretty sweet. Mrs. Chen.
Yeah.
It was great. But yeah, so basically, like, there's a security force that is trying to protect the world from the rest of Venom's planet coming down, it looks like.
Yeah.
But they're also trying to capture Venom because he's one of them or something like that, is my guess.
Right.
Which, if anything, he'd be the one to help him, but, whatever. That's beside the point, I guess. But then we had a pretty good needle drop on the trailer, I think.
Needle drop. What?
The song that was playing during the trailer. This is ground control.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Major Tom.
Bowie, yeah.
Yeah. Got some David Bowie going.
For some reason, I was thinking Sweet Dreams, but I was like, no, that's coming later.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, this one. So I loved the first one.
I did too, yeah.
The second one I thought was pretty darn good. This one, with this trailer, I am ready for it.
I am definitely too. I think it should be a lot of fun, and if this is truly the last Venom movie, at least with Tom Hardy, then hopefully this is a good send-off for that character.
Well, I mean, you never know. He might show up again, not as Venom, but as an alternate universe Wolverine. What?
Oh, that's true. There are talks of him.
Yeah, that's the big fan casting, isn't it?
Yeah. I've also heard Danny DeVito, though, too, so
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Hey, guys, it's me. It's Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Venom: The Last Dance looks good.
Definitely does.
Fantastic. This next one, I'm kind of iffy about.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, mainly because I know the backstory of it.
Okay.
So, Moana 2, it was supposed to be a TV series that they turned into a movie. So, they either had to cut a ton of stuff out or, it was going to be just the quality is more movie or more TV series-esque.
Okay.
They got back the main voice cast, it looks like, though, and it looks like some time has passed. I want to know who that little baby is,
Right.
but that being, I mean, like, it looks good, like looks wise. It looks like the first Moana. We really didn't get too much of what's going on,
Right. No, we didn't.
and this very much feels like a mid '90s straight to VHS sequel.
Wow. Okay. All right.
That's the vibe that I'm getting
Okay.
from watching the trailer.
But with like very high quality like CGI and
Well, I mean, like, that's the thing, though. It
Animation.
looks like the first Moana, which is what? 8 years old now, if not more.
If not, yeah.
Yeah, that is 8 years old, 2016.
Okay.
So that is 8 years of progress of, they already kind of figured out how to do the pipeline for that kind of animation. And I don't know. I'm getting some very weird kind of, I don't know how else to say it, just weird vibes
Okay.
from the trailer.
Okay. I was very happy to see Hey though. And then how they left Maui out for like the last few seconds was kind of really weird. 'Cause you would think that they would have him in there more since he's like prominent, but I guess it is what it is.
Yes. Although I did see that he was The Rock was doing the backing track for the live action one that's going to be going.
Oh.
So he was recording for the backing track. So that when they're on set, they can play that and he can, sing along with that kind of thing.
Okay, gotcha.
So that he actually stays in sync with the music.
Gotcha, okay.
So they have started up that now too.
Okay. I forget that they're doing the live action Moana too.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of the other thing too. It's like you have Moana 2 that's coming out that was supposed to be a TV series that is now a movie, and you have the live action coming out that does not have or is I can't remember because for a while there they weren't thinking that Ali'i Kuvalo was going to be back for the live action, and I think that's still the same. I think she was going to pass on the torch. I know there was a huge thing with that. I don't know if that's still the case, though, or not.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay, because, basically, Dwayne Johnson is the only name on the live-action Moana as of right now on IMDb.
Okay.
So, Moana 2, do you have any other thoughts on the trailer? I'm sorry, I kind of took up that whole...
No, you're good. I want to see it. I'm going to see it regardless 'cause I love the first movie. I get I'm going to have to see more of what the story is they kind of give a little bit of it, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I want to see more of what's going to be happening before I really give judgment.
I got you. Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to laugh there for a second because, like, when you said that you really loved the first movie, I was like, yeah, I'm right there with you. You know how The Office was when I was in there late at night.
Sure do.
Had the Moana soundtrack blasting for...
Yep.
I mean, it helped me concentrate, so...
I sure did. Well, you and Justin both, honestly.
Yeah.
Because he did as well.
But that brings us to our next trailer, which is the trailer for Wolves. Not Wolves, Wolves. Which is bringing it back to George Clooney. See, I remembered that time.
There you go.
And also Brad Pitt. Which is kind of nice because it's, a little bit of an Ocean's reunion.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. And it's kind of got that same quippy vibe.
Oh, most definitely. Like, they're going to be roasting each other the entire time. So that should be fun at least.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It looks like a very strange movie.
Yeah. So they're cleaner uppers, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So if you've ever seen Pulp Fiction, Harvey Keitel plays a wolf, where he goes in and he takes care of like dead bodies and things like that for these people, and he cleans it up for them so like nothing happens. And that's pretty much what George Clooney and Brad Pitt are doing, but they're rival. I guess partner or not partners, but they're rival wolves, if you will.
Yeah. I was going to say the one guy in John Wick as well.
Oh yeah, and John Wick as well. Yeah.
Because he was the one that was in Warriors.
Oh,
I had to do the the bottle clinking. Warriors, come out and play. Sorry, but yeah, like that was kind of the same kind of thing too. So, but yeah, I think yours definitely fits a lot more. But yeah, so we got George Clooney, Brad Pitt. They kind of both go to the same cleanup. They don't go willingly together to the same cleanup. They kind of just end up there.
Yeah, like what are you doing here? I can't work with this guy.
But it looks like it'll be a fun time.
Oh, most definitely. Those two together are always a fun time. In Ocean's movies, they were fantastic. so-
Absolutely. Absolutely. But that does bring us to our last trailer. Seems like it's kinds of weird.
Kinda.
And it's also Kinds of Kindness. That's the name of the movie, Kinds of Kindness. We talked
Yep.
about it before, but we got another trailer that kind of goes more into it.
Kinda. And I still have no idea what's going on in this movie.
Yeah, same. It almost feels like a little bit of a conspiracy kind of movie-ish.
It could be. I could also see it as like they're taking something to where they're becoming somebody else or something like that. Because if you've seen posters for it, you can see bodies, but then they're wearing the face of an actor. So I don't know exactly if that has anything to do with the plot or what, but that's just what's going on, at least in what I'm thinking in my head.
The only reason I was kind of saying conspiracy-ish is with Jesse Plemons basically being like, they're out there, they're watching us, you know, kind of thing.
Right.
Which, I mean, yeah, but
It's gonna be hard to watch Jesse Plemons in something after watching him in Civil War.
Yeah.
'Cause he is so haunting in that movie. But you haven't watched that one yet, so I can't
no
really-
spoilers.
Exactly.
But yeah, this Kinds of Kindness. I mean, we've known that it's going to be very weird, just in general. But I was going to talk about. Why can I not think of his name? Willem Dafoe. There we go. I feel like a lot of directors love working with him
Oh, very much so.
because this is the third movie that he's done with this same director. And then he's done a couple with Wes Anderson. What was the other couple of ones that I was thinking of? I can't think of them off the top of my head anymore. But I mean, like, there are some directors where he's worked with, multiple times just in a row, movie after movie after movie. So I feel like he's somebody that everybody loves working with,
Oh, definitely.
which means he's not Willem Dafoe. He's Willem Defriend.
God, that was cheesy. But I liked it. Well, I know, like with Spider-Man, like with the first Spider-Man with Sam Raimi, he was Green Goblin, and then he wasn't in the sequel at all, except for like a few maybe a flashback.
He was in the third one.
He was in the third one, and I know that one was definitely a flashback.
It was more subconscious.
True, because Franco saw him
Yes.
in the mirrors and
Yes.
things. Yeah. So he returned for Raimi. I mean, he's worked with like many different directors and done multiple projects.
Who was the director of The Lighthouse again? That was Robert
That
Eggers.
was Eggers, yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, did he do anything else with Willem Dafoe? Willem Dafoe was in The Northman, right?
Yes, he was.
That was Eggers as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was right after the other two. Lighthouse was 2019, Northman was 2022.
Yep.
Was he in The Witch? I don't think he was in
Wasn't
The
in
Witch.
The Witch, no. And I think Defoe is going to be Nosferatu.
I think you were right. Who did that one again?
Robert Eggers, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Why wasn't it showing up there? Weird.
Stupid Indiba.
Yeah. He's Professor Albin Eberhard von Frankenstein.
Okay.
Frankenstein. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Kinds of Kindness. Going back to that.
This movie is going to be weird.
Yes, absolutely. What other? So Jesse Plemons. Right, he was in Game Night,
He was in Game Night.
The Irishman, Battleship, Power of the Dog, Civil War.
He was in Battleship.
He was boatswain mate seaman Jimmy Ord. You're welcome.
Thank you.
He was in Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, he was in Jungle Cruise. That's right, because he was the one.
He was the prince.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Breaking Bad.
Yep. He's Todd.
And then he was Kurt in Vice with Christian Bale as,
As
Dick Cheney.
Yep, that was a good movie. That was a weird movie though too.
And then he was Sheriff Downing in American Made.
Okay.
Kevin Weeks in Black Mass.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he was Landry Clark in Friday Night Lights, the TV series.
Okay. Never did watch that.
He was in Paul.
Paul. That's with Peg and Frost, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Rogan.
Oh, and Rogan, because he used Paul. Yeah. I can't even do a Seth Rogen.
Right.
I'm trying.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, he's definitely one of those where when he shows up, it's like, I know him.
Yep.
Stand up. Except this time it's more like, Jesse.
Yep.
I know him.
I know him. You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
But yeah, so I forgot where I was actually going with that, but I know, like, obviously he can do creepy, like with Civil War, but then he can also do just like goofy, like with Game Night, right?
Oh, most definitely.
So
He's got a very wide range of what he can do. He can scare you to death, or he can make you laugh.
and he's married to Kristen Dunst.
Exactly.
So,
Which she made Tobey Maguire cry. So I mean, hey.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that does bring us to the end of our trailers. Travis, do you have anything else you want to say about any of these?
I got nothing.
All right, then make sure you visit us at Facebook, at facebook.com/moviesareathing. We also on Twitter and Instagram at moviesareathing, no spaces, dashes, slash, anything like that, at moviesareathing. Come on by and say hi.
You're so good at that.
Woo! Woo! All right, getting to the movies that are premiering this week. The first movie that we have, is Bad Boys Ride or Die. This one is rated R and will be in theaters. When their former captain is implicated in corruption, two Miami police officers have to work to clear his name. IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and Metacritic did not have a score for this one.
No scores. No scores for Will Smith and Martin Lawrence yet.
Not yet. Not as of recording.
That's
I mean,
they probably have the embargo on there.
that's my thought. I mean, it is Monday still.
True.
When we're recording this. So a lot of times the embargo usually lifts on Tuesday, Wednesday?
Something like that, yeah.
So that's why there's not a lot of scores a lot of the time, because we record too dang early. Who thought Monday was a good day? Jeez.
Well, we used to record on Wednesdays.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Back in the day,
It was a Wednesday.
it was a Wednesday. Goes full circle.
Here you go. Yeah, I still haven't watched the last one.
Okay. So I'm current up to date on my Bad Boys. I love the first one. I thought the sequel was better.
The rare case of a sequel being better.
Exactly. Except for my only complaint was that it was a little too long, but that's the least of it.
Well, let's see here. There was what? There was the Hummer through the favela. There was the mines by Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember the car chase with was it Gabrielle Union? Is that who was in the second one?
She was, yeah, because she was Martin Lawrence's daughter, who was dating Will Smith.
Was she daughter?
I think she was.
Sister.
Is it sister? Okay.
Yeah.
It might have been sister. I
Yeah.
thought it was either daughter or sister.
Yeah. And she was like the FBI agent. Right.
Right.
I'm trying to. It's been so long since I've seen Bad Boys 2. I just remember the bright yellow H2 Hummer going right through all of the stuff there in Brazil
I remember.
or Cuba, I guess technically. Right.
Right. Yeah, I was in Cuba. I remember in Bad Boys 2 the car chase with the dead bodies.
Yep.
And they're filled with all the ecstasy. And then obviously with the ecstasy when Martin Lawrence takes it and he's in the shower in his boss's house. Funny.
I do remember the cars, or was it boats, that were on the trailer and then they got knocked off the trailer, and like going directly over the car, the slow-mo Michael Bay going underneath. Yep, low camera angle.
Yup.
Yep.
Michael Bay.
But again, that's Bad Boys 2. That's not Bad Boys Ride or Die. That's the one. That's the one I'm looking for, Ride or Die. Because they didn't name the fourth one For Life.
Right. They should have, because they named the third one that one.
Bad Boys 3 For Life.
Yep. And Bad Boys 3, I thought was decent. Did we need a sequel? No. But did I want to watch it? Sure. And I did enjoy it, but that was like right around the time too when Will Smith had his whole I think Oscar fiasco, or at least around that time, because I know he's been having issues with him in the light, or in the limelight, I guess you could say, or in the wrong light.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
but I'm super excited to see Bad Boys. I think that's one of my number ones of the weekend.
Gotcha. Okay. And you're sure it's not this next one?
Might be. We'll see.
All right, the next movie that we have is School of Magical Animals 2. This one is rated PG and will be in theaters. The students of the School of Magical Animals want to perform a musical for the school's anniversary. Will the rehearsals end in chaos, or will the class pull together? And what's up with the strange holes on the school grounds? With the help of their magical animals, the children learn what really matters: teamwork. The School of Magical Animals 2 is warm-hearted adventure with CGI animated animals set in an unusual school where the children receive a magical animal as a companion. IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic did not have a score for this one.
To be honest, I didn't watch a trailer for this. I don't know. Did you?
I did not.
Okay.
It just didn't. It didn't grab me.
Yeah. And just from that synopsis alone, it's like, I could take it or leave it. But I'd love to know what the voice cast is.
Well, let's see here. I mean, I did kind of look, and it's not a lot of known names, if
Okay.
any. I think this is actually, it's a German language movie,
Oh, okay.
but it said that it was coming to theaters here, so,
Interesting. Okay.
which is why the people I didn't know. Go figure.
You're not up on your German?
I am not.
Scheiße.
All I know is 9999999.
10.
I also know Ich habe einen Hunger. I have a hunger.
But what about du?
Du
hast. Du hast, bitch.
Nicht. It's nicht.
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 Nicht. Nicht. You got to get the chlem going there, too. I also know O Tannenbaum.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You know what that is?
No.
Oh, Christmas tree.
Oh, Christmas tree.
Oh, Tannenbaum. Na, 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 na. Oh, Tannenbaum. School of Magical Animals 2. Not really on my radar here.
Yeah, it's not really my cup of tea. But, it might be something for a family to come in on a nice weekend day, or even a nice weekday during the summer, and come get some popcorn and come see a movie. So
Right here at the St. Michael Cinema, which, by the way, thank you for sponsoring the podcast, St. Michael Cinema. I really do appreciate it.
that was the latest we've ever done it.
Right? But we did get it in there.
We sure did.
Woo! So we have to make sure we watch ourselves and get that sponsorship in there when we can.
Exactly.
Speaking of watching, the next movie is The Watchers. This one is rated PG-13, and it will be in theaters. Mina is a 28-year-old artist who gets stranded on an expansive, untouched forest in Western Ireland. When Mina finds shelter, she unknowingly becomes trapped alongside three strangers that are watched and stalked by mysterious creatures each night. IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic did not have a score for this one. So this is the daughter of M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, his daughter is making her directorial debut.
That is true.
And this has what's her face? Dakota Fanning.
Older sister of Elle Fanning. Every time I think of Dakota Fanning, I think of three movies.
Okay.
War of the Worlds.
Okay.
I Am Sam.
No, that's a good movie.
and My Neighbor Totoro,
Okay.
because her and her sister Elle Fanning did the voiceover, did the American dubs
Okay.
of the two sisters.
Okay. I
If
still,
you
have to,
didn't
I
know
still have to watch that one. That's on my radar.
Totoro, Totoro, Totoro. That's a good movie. It's very much a palate cleanser type of movie. So, which I think I think we talked about it before, but when the movie was released over in Japan, it was actually a double feature. Did I tell you what movie it was released with? Grave of the Fireflies.
That one's supposed to be super depressing, right?
Very much so. It is a child who has lost his parents and is trying to take care of his younger brother, but ends up, I believe, bringing his younger brother to basically the mass graves after World War II.
No. Okay. That sounds super depressing for a kids movie.
Very much so. And then the feature right after that was My Neighbor Totoro,
To really liven things up.
as a palate cleanser.
Okay.
Very much a palate cleanser kind of, like I said, palate cleanser kind of movie. There's not a lot of story to it, but it is just, it's fun to watch. It's a nice movie to watch. It's, it's very just kind of peaceful.
Okay. Interesting. I really have to check that one out.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And then Elle Fanning, every time I think of her, it's My Neighbor Totoro. And can you guess the second movie that I always think of Elle Fanning?
We Bought a Zoo.
Nope, I never watched that movie.
Super 8.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie too.
That is a good movie. I haven't watched that for a while now. I need to rewatch that.
That's a good movie. That was Stranger Things before Stranger Things.
It was. It was. So, The Watchers. This one, it does look very good. We kind of went on a little bit of a different thing there.
That's all right.
It does look very good. It very much seems like a Shyamalan type movie, even though M. Night Shyamalan did not do anything to write this. I think he's a producer on it, just because, I mean, it is his daughter.
Right. Yeah.
But Ashana Shyamalan and A.M. Shine both wrote it, and then Ashana Shyamalan directed it. It looks good.
It definitely does.
Um,
Hopefully, it has that Shyamalan flair to it with the twist and
maybe.
yeah.
We don't know.
Very true.
We haven't seen anything from Ashana yet. So there might be a twist. There might not be a twist. Don't know.
Very true.
And then like, I don't know. Shyamalan is usually the kind of horror that I can actually watch.
Sure.
Like, going from Sixth Sense to why can I not think of the name? Signs.
Okay.
There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Signs. To The Visit, to Split, all that kind of stuff. Those are the kinds that I can watch.
Okay.
So you might have to watch this one and kind of let me know where it is on the Shyamalan vein of things. If it is even within that same realm of movie.
Okay.
And then, we'll just have to kind of go from there.
It reminds me a lot of Village.
Village, right? Yes. Yes, very much so.
And that's just because of the whole like woods part of it.
The woods, with monsters being in those woods, and nobody being able to go out into the woods at any point in time.
Yep, exactly.
I can definitely see that 100%. And it takes place in modern times. Oh, spoilers!
Right. That movie came out, what, 2000?
Oh, Village was probably 2008.
That was like around, I think, the sequels for The Matrix.
Oh, I am wrong. That was 2004.
Yeah. So I was going to say, I think that was around like Reloaded and Revolution.
Yeah, well, those were 2003. So yeah, it was right after those. Yeah, Sigourney Weaver. That's right. And William Hurt.
Oh, yeah. William
Speaking
Hurt,
of.
yeah. That was with also, what's her face? I can see her. She's red. She can make herself cry on command.
Is the daughter of a famous director.
Yep, she's the daughter of Opie. Bryce Dallas Howard.
There you go.
There
You
you
got
go.
there. Yep. And then obviously Joaquin Phoenix and Brendan Gleeson.
I forgot about Joaquin.
How can you forget about Joaquin? He was like one of the major people in the movie.
I just remember it for being Bryce Dallas Howard. I forget about Joaquin Phoenix.
And Judy Greer was in there too.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg was in there.
Was he?
He was Jameson.
Interesting. He must have been very young in that one.
Well, 2004. So that would have been, when was he born? He was born in 83. So he was 20 years old, 21 years old.
Okay.
Was he... So Joaquin Phoenix was the brother.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I got to go through the photos, see if I can find Jesse Eisenberg. Oh, Adrian Brody.
Oh, yeah, he was in there, too.
Yeah. No, because Adrian Brody was the brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joaquin Phoenix was not, right?
Well, Adrian Brody, I think you're right. I don't quote me. It's been forever since I've seen this movie.
Yeah, because Bryce Dallas Howard was blind in the movie, right?
Was she? It's like I said, yeah, it's been forever since I've seen this. I don't remember anymore.
So I'm kind of just looking through some of the stuff here. Yeah, I think Bryce Dallas Howard was blind in the movie, and because when she kind of went over the wall, she was kind of like feeling around, and she felt the dirt road, and then felt the car coming up and heard it and everything like that. Right? Does that sound right?
It sounds about right. But I'm just trying to think, because I swear that she was able to see the creatures at some. I would have to go back and rewatch it.
There
again
was one
because-
point where she was like reaching out, and she actually felt the creatures. I remember that.
I mean, it's not like the creatures were real, anyways. But
And then Adrian Brody's character was a special needs character, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so he was going out and like basically playing with the monsters.
right.
I still don't see Jesse Eisenberg.
I mean, that predates Zombieland. That predates Social Network.
I might have to watch the movie again. Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, The Watchers. Should probably get back to that, huh?
No, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know, man.
Okay. I mean, I plan on watching it, so I will let you know in what kind of a wheelhouse this is in, if you can watch it or not. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I'll screen it for you beforehand.
Perfect.
Make sure it's not too scary.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So that brings us to our last movie of the night, and that is Hitman, which is rated R and will be on Netflix. Gary Johnson is a straight-laced professor who moonlights as a fake hitman for the New Orleans Police Department. Preternaturally gifted at inhabiting different guises and personalities to catch hapless people hoping to bump off their enemies, Gary descends into morally dubious territory when he finds himself attracted to one of these potential criminals, a beautiful young woman named Madison. As Madison falls for one of Gary's hitman personas, the mysteriously sexy Ron, their steamy affair sets off a chain reaction of play acting, deception, and escalating stakes. So IMDb has this one at a 7.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes is sitting at a 97% certified fresh, and Metacritic is sitting at an 83 Metacritic must-see.
Those are actually pretty good scores.
Right. So this one does have Glenn Powell in it, going back to talking about him.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I've heard some pretty favorable stuff. I know this one was a limited release not too long ago here.
Right.
But now it's going to Netflix, and it looks good.
It does look good. I want to see this one. I'm not always the biggest on going onto Netflix and watching something new. I usually go on and watch something that I have seen before, or watch a TV show. But I actually think I might catch this movie.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I do like Glenn Powell. I think he's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not only that, but it was also written by Glenn Powell along with the director, who is Richard Linklater,
Nice.
and then Skip Hollandsworth as well. Which I don't. Let me see if there's anything else that I kind of know him for. Nope, nothing. So yeah. Basically, we have what looks to be a pretty fun movie here.
Definitely.
And I mean, does it feel like Glenn Powell kind of just like popped onto the scene with Top Gun, and then has just been climbing ever since?
Because he was in a few things before Top Gun, but then he really didn't get the recognition until he was in Top Gun.
Right.
And then once he was in there, and people really gravitated towards that movie, and then he got super popular. And then, of course, with Anyone But You and
Right.
all the other stuff he's been in, he's just become more and more popular.
Yeah. I mean, like, even kind of going back here, like, sorry, I'm just looking at some of his stuff on here on IMDb. Yeah, obviously we talked about it. Spy Kids 3 was his first one. But going through here, I'm seeing, a couple, like, episode of CSI Miami, episode of Without a Trace, and then all of a sudden The Dark Knight Rises, he was traitor number 1. So he was like the main trader guy in Dark Knight Rises in the stock market portion of things.
Sure.
A couple episodes of just NCIS. The Expendables 3, he was Thorn.
Okay.
Ride Along 2, he was in there. Hidden Figures, again, he was John Glenn.
Yes, he was.
He was in The Bad Guys in 2018. He was Whit,
Okay.
which that's not the animated one.
Oh,
During a fleeting return trip to his childhood home, a budding filmmaker is confronted by the now-grown ensemble of his old hometown friends, none of whom are aware that he intends to make his fortune off the shared childhood trauma that splintered them apart all those years ago.
I feel like we talked about that one before.
I think so. Maybe back in 2018. No,
Right?
that's when I started up this thing. Apollo 10.5, A Space-Age Childhood, which is that one that I think was also Richard Linklater.
Oh, I think that was the like half CGI, half.
The rotoscoped one.
Yeah.
Yep, he was in there. So he's worked with Richard Linklater before. And then right after that was Top Gun Maverick. And then now Hitman, Anyone But You. He's got Twisters coming up. The Running Man is in pre-production.
That's right. They are remaking that, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
It's Arnold's movie.
Arnold.
Get to the chopper.
Yep. So Hitman looks fun.
Definitely does.
Glenn Powell, congratulations, man. You're getting it going.
Sure are.
Love to see it.
That Glenn Powell is so hot right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yup.
The files are in the computer. Wow.
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 And then you made Zoolander 2.
I never actually watched Zoolander 2.
Good, don't. It's not worth it.
Okay. He turned left. That's all I think of now is whenever I hear, relax, don't do it. When you want to go through it,
Relax.
relax. You gotta relax. But yeah, Hitman. Looked good. Happy fun times. Had by all.
Exactly.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yep.
But that does bring us to the end of our movies for today. Travis,
You on my list?
I do want your list.
Ooh, okay. So I'm going to have to go Bad Boys 1, Watchers 2.
It's actually Bad Boys 4.
Okay, Bad Boys 4 for 1.
Okay.
2 would be Watchers.
Okay.
3 would be Hitman.
Okay.
And then last would be, unfortunately, The School of Magical Animals 2.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the German animated movie, but
It's not animated. It's it's live action, but with CGI animals.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was like animated. My bad. Okay.
Nope. It's live action with CGI animals.
I wonder if they'll have expressions.
Who knows?
What if it's better than Lion King?
That would not surprise me. Yeah. So, okay. That brings us to the end of our movies here. Travis, do you have anything else you want to say?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, then make sure you visit us at Facebook. We're at facebook.com/moviesarething. We also are on Twitter and Instagram at moviesarething. No spaces, dashes, slashes, anything like that at moviesarething. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/moviesarething. If you want to support the podcast, we do have that over there. Travis, I do believe it is about that time.
Here it comes.
Cue the outro. Thank you for listening to Movies Are a Thing. Be sure to tune in next week for more movies and tangents with us. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Artichoke.
Hey, ho ho, ho 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 ho, ho 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 ho, because I am French. Ho ho ho.
My outrageous French.
You can tell by my outrageous French accent. Yes. Okay. I can see spikes. Spikes.
Spikes.
Spike.
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 Imagine if the pop was full.
Right. Back.
Okay. JT's back. Tell a friend. He's back.
Him back. Slightly back. Because my phone is here. But now I am gone again.
If you need to find your way back, don't forget to use the breadcrumbs or use popcorn. You made it back.
Dad,
So proud of you.
I did it all by myself. I think I got everything in order.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, almost.
You got it all in order.
Almost.
Almost.
I mean, technically, that's going to be just like wherever, but okay. See here. What are we looking at? We're looking at all of that. Thank you very much. Let me see if I'm signed in on Netflix on my computer here. Or if it kept me signed in. It did! Yes!
Nice.
Ooh-hoo. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Is that the... Oh, is this the new one? It really is. What was it? Incredible Hulk?
Richards.
I'll get there.
What's going on? And I said, yeah.
And he prayed. Oh my God, do I pray? Pray the day. Yep, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
So,
May the power of Christ compel us.
Let the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I'm sorry. As soon as you said bodies, that's all that was running through my head.
Yep. And then our perfect synchronicity.
We got it.
Yeah.
Woo.
Woo!
Especially with a that was good.
Yeah. You have to add that in there.
Exactly. It is a needed part of the song.
It sure is, because it's not bodies without it.
Right. But the first one that we have is What About Watchers? I have that for next week. Is that this week? I was
Call back.
I was almost trying to get you to do a spit take.
It was close.
I was trying to go a little quicker so I could get you to do a spit take, but you were too quick.
Yep. What about Watchers? I have that for next week. Is that this week?
Just want to go right in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It's kind of like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Right.
So, this one actually had stuff, and I forgot to write it down. Sorry, 1 second.
You're good.
Tomatoes.
Rato tomato.
Rotten tomatoes. Apparently. All right. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Play the movie. Yeah. Play. Right. Very nice. That's going to be a long one to try to edit down, but
Yeah.
yeah. No, that's good. That should be good. I think we're good.
Cool.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you $1. Yeah. All right. Should I what do you think? Should I stop?
That might be a good idea.
Okay, I'll stop.